little more New Orleans jazz for you. So the next logical step in the advanced lunge system is the advanced foot-to-foot approach. So this gives you a little extra distance. So if you look at my feet, instead of doing this, I'm doing this. So we want to do foot to foot and then lunge. So you need a slightly bigger distance than you had before. Watch me. Foot to foot, extending, lunge, recover, and retreat. Advance foot to foot, extending, lunge, recover, and retreat. One more. Advance foot to foot, extending, lunge, recover, and retreat. So face your target now. Take a slightly longer lunge distance, advanced lunge distance than you had, and do it on my command. It's foot to foot, so your rear foot actually comes up to your front heel. Ready? Go. 1. Advance foot to foot, lunge, recover, and retreat. 2. Advance to foot, lunge, recover, and retreat. 3. Advance foot to foot, lunge, recover, and retreat. 4. Advance foot to foot, lunge, recover, and retreat. 5. Advance foot to foot, lunge, recover, and retreat. I find I myself am actually a little closer than I should be, so I'm going to take a step back. 6. Advance foot to foot, lunge, recover, retreat. Big retreat. 7. Advance foot to foot, lunge, recover, and retreat. 8. Advance foot to foot, lunge, recover, and retreat. 9. Advance foot to foot, lunge, recover, and retreat. 10. Advance foot to foot, lunge, recover, retreat. 5 more. Go. Advance and lunge. 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 And rest. Those are 2 methods of advanced lunging, and we all know that the third one that's coming up is the balestra, the jump lunge. Reminder that you literally are jumping, both feet leave the ground, very close to the ground, but they do leave it, and they come down virtually simultaneously, and the moment your front foot lands, it's already up for the lunge. This is meant to be a non-tempo changing attack. It's simple, fast from a slightly out of range distance to surprise your opponent. If you compare an advanced lunge, it's slow, I'm reconnoitering, I'm doing reconnaissance work, where is he going to go, and I'm finishing fast. This one is, I've made my decision, I'm going to just execute it at top speed. You can hear the sound of the jump, and if you watch my feet again. So we'll try just the jump for now without the lunge. Just trying to leave the ground by 1/2 an inch. Grab it with your claws, so to speak, and then release your front foot. Just the jump. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, this is one where you can watch the video, not the target. So watch me as you do it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, with your target. On my command, the jump lunge, a balestra. Ready? 1, jump lunge, super fast. 2, jump lunge. 3, jump lunge. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, halfway there. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, and rest. The 2 most important concepts in modern fencing are distance and timing. If you attack from the correct distance at the right time, no one in the world, not even the Olympic champion, can stop you. Of course, it's very hard to do that, but if you do it right, it's unstoppable. One way to achieve this goal is to change the direction suddenly between you and your opponent. If you are retreating, and your opponent's coming at you, you might surprise her by suddenly changing direction. It usually involves doing a parry or a beat as you go. So this is an exercise. First we're just going to do advance and retreat. Advance, retreat, advance, retreat, advance, retreat. Now do an advance and 2 retreats and then a final advance. Advance, 2 retreats, 1, 2, and advance. Advance, 2 retreats, 1, 2, and advance. Advance, 2 retreats, 1, 2, and advance. When I say 1, 2, of course, I'm referring to the 2 retreats, not to the movement 1, 2. Couple more. Advance, 2 retreats, and advance. Advance, 2 retreats, and advance. So, if you are retreating against an attack, I like to think of that as a spider setting a web, or some kind of like a bear or some animal in a cave, sort of shrinking away, just waiting for you to come in so I can get you. Sometimes these images, research has shown, make a difference in how people actually perform physically. The way you visualize it makes a difference in how you perform it. So the first one we're going to do is a retreat, a jump back actually, and then a lunge forward. So it's a jump back and then a quick change of direction. So you use the spring here of the jump to propel you forward in a surprise change of direction. Slow-mo looks like this. Jump, there's the spring, and lunge. Once more, jump, there's the spring in my rear leg, standing and lunging. The way modern fencing is now interpreted in terms of right of way means you better, when you jump back and you start to lunge, you better beat the blade so you can establish clear right of way. Otherwise it looks like you're counterattacking. It's not the way it used to be, but the interpretation has apparently changed. So I'm going to jump back, with this leg bent, and then lunge forward. Ready? Face your target. Go. Jump back, lunge forward. Use the spring in your rear leg. Go. Jump back, lunge forward. Go. Jump back, lunge forward. Go. Jump back and lunge forward using that spring. This time as you come forward, you're going to beat the imaginary blade. You'll notice that I jump back, my leg is bent. I'm beating as my leg, my front leg is in the air. Jumping back, my rear leg, the spring is here. I'm beating the blade with my front leg in the air and taking over the right of way from my opponent. So it's a jump back, a beat, lunge. If you want to do it slowly, even with your leg big or high in the air like that, that's fine for now, just to get it in your body's habits. So ready, go, jump, beat, lunge, recover. Go, jump back, 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 beat, lunge, and 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 recover. Go, jump back, beat, lunge. Go, jump back, beat, lunge. 2 more. Go, jump back, beat, lunge. 1 more. Go, jump back, beat, lunge, and rest. That's a very crucial move, and of course you can use that even if you're retreating 5 or 6 times, and in the moment of the actual attack, or the moment that your opponent penetrates your space, you jump back and change direction with the beat. So it's a set maneuver that you carry with you until you need it. Even if you're taking multiple advances and retreats, when the moment comes, you can jump back, beat, lunge, and riposte. Sorry, an attack. Another tactic that's a little bit unusual and not used all that often, but can be useful, is the half retreat lunge. It's meant to convey the sense that I'm retreating, but I'm really not. I'm only moving my foot. The distance of my body in relation to my opponent stays the same. So the attack or the advanced lunge starts, I go back like this, and I surprise by changing direction, again with the beat to establish right of way. So it looks like this. Half retreat, beat, lunge. Or you could call it a false retreat. False retreat, beat, lunge. Remember that the beat lunge, though it's very close to a parry, the intention is not quite the same. It's an offensive move. you're here and then you're launching an offense as opposed to a defensive parry followed by a repost. Very similar, but the intent is somewhat different for the understanding. So ready, go. Fake retreat, lunge. Or false retreat, lunge. Just your left foot or your rear foot goes back. There's the fake retreat, there's the beat lunge. Go, false retreat, 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 beat lunge. A moment ago, I actually made a mistake. I went false retreat and I parried. You can't do that, of course. That's not this exercise. Then I corrected myself. So be sure you're going false retreat. That's one thing. Beat attack is an offensive action. It's not a false retreat with a parry. False retreat, beat lunge. False retreat, beat lunge. False retreat, beat lunge. Two more. False retreat, beat lunge. One more. False retreat, beat lunge. And rest. We will cycle back or spiral back to something from last week and leave this for the moment. You understand the learning, you practice the thing, you leave it alone, you come back to it, you leave it alone, you come back to it a third time. This interval of spaced repetition in learning is crucial for anything, memorizing a speech, the quadratic formula. Visit it, leave it alone. Visit it, leave it alone. Visit it, leave it alone. And you come back to it, and that's how you learn stuff. That's how your brain is wired. In school, in conversation, in social situations, and in fencing. So last week, we talked about the two different timings of a compound attack, in this case a 1-2. We talked about a beat, an advanced beat, and then a 1-2 in the lunge. Or we talked about advanced beat 1, 2, where you hold the first one for just a tiny moment and then finish. They're two different rhythms, and if you can vary them throughout your game, you can really throw your opponent off. So the first one we'll do is advanced beat 1 and then 2. And again, let me show you my invisible partner here. The advanced beat, the 1 is here, somewhere under my arm. Doesn't need to be a full 1 up to here. This is enough. I don't know where you are, I'm looking for you, could be anywhere. And then you finish with a second disengage. The 1, the 2. So the rhythm is advanced beat 1, 2. Advanced beat 1, 2. Face your target. You have to beat the imaginary blade with the advance. Go advanced beat 1 and disengage, and then a second disengage. So again, when I say advanced beat 1, I mean advanced beat. The first disengage is the 1. The second disengage is the 2. And the timing is da-da-da, da-da-da. Just a momentary hesitation can really throw your opponent off. So watch me again. Look at the video. Advanced beat 1, 2. I'm purposely holding it quite long. Advanced beat 1, 2. Once more. Advanced beat 1, 2. Now face your target and do it with me. Go advanced beat 1, 2. Recover, retreat. Go advanced beat 1, 2. Recover, retreat. Advanced beat 1, 2. I'm going to face the camera now. Look at me once more before you continue. Advanced beat 1, 2. Maybe you can see, if you're facing me with your sword in your hand, advanced beat 1, 2. You can see the smallness of my motion. You can see the finger work. So, back to your target. Go. Advanced beat 1, 2. Recover, retreat. 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 Go. Advanced beat 1, 2. One more. Recover and retreat. Go. Advanced beat 1, 2. Recover and retreat. I'm going to stop the video because as I said, if it goes on too much longer, it's difficult to get it posted. I'll be right back.